Hello, Movie News Cast family, and welcome back to the channel. In the past 24 hours, we've received the heartbreaking news of the loss of some truly remarkable individuals. Today's episode is a tribute to their incredible legacies. Ocean's 11 actor Scott L. Schwartz, dead at 65. George Clooney pays tribute. Scott L. Schwartz, the wrestler-turned-actor who appeared in the Ocean's 11 film franchise, has died at age 65. Schwartz passed away of congestive heart failure at his home in Covington, La, on November 26. His wife, Misty, confirmed to The Hollywood Reporter. Most people associate Scott with the movies, but those who know him personally associated him with being a jolly person, so full of life, a strong, loving person, foodie and travel aficionado, said Misty. Scott truly loved life and everyone that he met along the way. When he wasn't acting, wrestling, or telling jokes, he spent his time visiting children with cancer at children's hospitals, she added. George Clooney paid tribute to his Ocean's 11 co-star in a statement. "I'm sorry to hear that Scott is gone," said Clooney, 63. "We did 3 films together, and I've never been so gently punched. He was a gentle soul, and he will be dearly missed." The Post has reached out to Misty and Clooney for comment. Schwartz played Bruiser in 2001's Ocean's 11 and reprised the role in 2004's Ocean's 12 and 2007's Ocean's 13. He worked with the star-studded cast that also included Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, Andy Garcia, Julia Roberts, Casey Affleck, and Don Cheadle. Schwartz is survived by Misty, his kids Angela and Adam, and other family members. Marvin Laird dies. Broadway, film and concert musical collaborator of Bernadette Peters, Barbra Streisand, Liza Minnelli, Bette Midler, and many more, was 85. Marvin Laird, a prolific Broadway, film and TV composer, conductor and musical director who lent his talents to projects featuring such stars as Bernadette Peters, Joel Grey, Diana Ross, Cass Elliot, Dusty Springfield, Goldie Hawn, Barbra Streisand, Liza Minnelli, and Robert De Niro, died Monday, December 2, of natural causes in Reading, Con, where he resided. He was 85. My beloved Marvin had impeccable style, a delicious sense of humor, and his generous spirit made everyone he worked with fall in love with him, said Peters in a statement to Deadline. "I was a major beneficiary of Marvin's genius and generosity of support and love." From Broadway, where he wrote dance arrangements for Breakfast at Tiffany's in 1966, conducted Gypsy in 2003 with Peters in the starring role, and played keyboards for the 2017 Hello, Dolly revival starring Midler, to television, composer for Dynasty, Quincy, Me, and A Different Approach, among others. Laird was a busy musical collaborator from the 1960s through 2020, when he served as arranger, orchestrator, conductor, and musical director for the TV special Bernadette Peters, A Special Concert. Born on October 26, 1939 in Kansas City, Kansas, Laird is survived by Joel Paley, his longtime partner in marriage and music, his brother and sister-in-law Larry Lee and Jean Laird, and nieces Lana Whitaker and Lynette Norcross. Al Fitzmaurice, an original royal who compiled one of the best winning percentages in club history and also owns a franchise hitting first, died Wednesday evening after a months-long battle with cancer, his family announced. He was 78. "It's by the grace of God my pops went peacefully to heaven to meet his maker tonight," Matt Fitzmaurice posted on Facebook. "He's now having that catch with his dad and living his best life. Until we meet again. Love you more than you will ever know." The royals released a statement on social media. "We mourn the passing of Al Fitzmaurice, an original royal who joined us in 1969, was an integral part of our first playoff team in 1976, and stayed in Kansas City after his playing days to raise a family, while also remaining actively involved with our community efforts. We send our condolences to Al's loved ones and will miss Al dearly." A switch hitter who began his career as an outfielder, Fitzmaurice holds the distinction of being the first player in Royals history to get a hit from both sides of the plate in the same game. In the second game of a doubleheader on July 19, 1970, Fitzmaurice doubled from the right side in the third inning and singled from the left side in the fifth. Taken by Kansas City 1968 expansion draft, Fitzmaurice spent most of the Royals' inaugural 1969 season pitching for AAA Omaha. The 6'2", 190-pound right-hander went 10-6 with a 3.75 ERA and earned a call-up to the parent club that September. After his playing career, Fitzmaurice returned to the Kansas City area, hosting pre- and post-game reports on Royals radio broadcasts. He even spent some time fronting a rock band called, simply, 39, for his uniform number with the Royals. In addition to his charity work and other appearances with the team, he was a regular at golf outings for various causes and worked in a roofing business owned by his son Matt. Former Greensboro Mayor Yvonne Johnson dies at 82, city officials confirm. An important figure in the city of Greensboro has died. Former Greensboro Mayor and current Mayor Pro Tem Yvonne Johnson has died on Wednesday afternoon at the age of 82, according to Mayor Nancy Vaughn. She served as a city council member for 14 years and as Mayor Pro Tem for 6 years. Oftentimes, there's a lot of chatter going back and forth. But when Yvonne Johnson said something, everyone stopped and listened and took it to heart. Hud Holston, Greensboro City Councilman at large, said, "She retired in June after 42 years. I have to say it was more than 20 programs that she initiated or collaborated with other agencies to provide services in this community," Andrina Coleman said, executive director of One Step Further. "It's been hard on the staff, but they all look to the fact that they have her vision still within them, and they're dedicated to carrying it forward." British Anime reference book author Helen McCarthy wrote on Bluesky on Wednesday that anime industry veteran Jan Scott Fraser died on Tuesday. She was 59. Fraser has worked in the anime industry in Japan for 13 years in a number of different positions, including as a producer. She joined Artland's production department in 1989, making her the first foreigner to work in the production department of a Japanese animation studio. In 1992, she founded her own full production company, Teo Corporation Ltd., in Bangkok, Thailand. In 1994, she co-founded GENESI's digital publishing company with Izumi Matsumoto, Kimagure Orange Road, where they created Comic Onin, the first digital manga. She became the president of production IGUSA in 1995 and worked as a producer and technical director on the Japanese side. She was technical director of the animation for the Grand Stream Saga, Madu Monogatari, and Kyushin Senki games, as well as working on the Panzer Dragoon OAV. As a freelance director, Fraser directed episodes of Suzy-chan and Marvy and worked on the development of original TV series projects. After returning to the United States, she founded the non-profit voice actor project Voices For. Fraser started a GoFundMe crowdfunding campaign in October to help her pay for her assisted living costs, following an incident when someone stole her remaining cash. The robbery put her $6,000 in debt when her rent was $4,000. At the same time, she had also entered intensive care due to her health and was stuck in the hospital for a month. The campaign raised $7,505 of its $6,000 goal, and she put the money into rent. Edwardsville's Don Ole, a 5-time NBA All-Star, passes away at 88. Edwardsville High School graduate Don Ole was a 5-time NBA All-Star during a 10-year professional career that included stops with the Detroit Pistons, Baltimore Bullets, and the St. Louis/Atlanta Hawks. To Don Ole's 3 children, DJ, Pam, and Tracy, he was much more than just a professional basketball player. Don Ole passed away on the morning of December 2 at Barnes Jewish Hospital. He was 88 years old. Preceded in death by his wife of 50 years, Judith K. Ole, Don Ole is survived by his 3 children, 7 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. It was in Edwardsville that Don Ole began crafting the perfect jump shot as a point guard on the basketball court that would later be a feature story in Sports Illustrated. He lived in LeClaire, and he had a basketball goal on his garage back behind the house. I think we played on a dirt court. He could heave the ball from a long way out. He would just be out there by himself shooting, said Harold Patton, who was 2 years younger than Don Ole. There was a streetlight out there, and we would play at night, though you could hardly see the rim. He became very good. Don Ole was inducted into the Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 1973, the Edwardsville High School Athletic Hall of Fame in 1981, and the Street Lewis Sports Hall of Fame in 2017. Debbie Nelson, mother of Eminem and frequent subject of his lyrics, dies at 69. Debbie Nelson, best known publicly for her rocky relationship with rap star son Eminem, died Monday night in St. Joseph, Missouri. She was 69. Nelson's death was confirmed Tuesday by an Eminem spokesperson. She had battled cancer for many years and ultimately succumbed to lung cancer. Eminem had not publicly commented on his mother's passing as of Tuesday afternoon. The rapper is scheduled to perform Saturday at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in the United Arab Emirates. Their jagged mother-son relationship was chronicled for years by Eminem in song, including in hits such as Cleanin' Out My Closet. The internecine hostility also played out in media interviews given by both, becoming one of the trademark traits of Eminem's public profile during the early years of his career. The two became estranged during that first stretch of his success, and Nelson even sued her son for defamation. In 2013, the rapper reflected on their separation in the song Headlights, a reference to the imagery of her car pulling away the last time they'd been together. In that later song, he apologized to Nelson for cleaning out my closet, pointing out he had stopped performing at Live. "I cringe every time it's on the radio," he rapped. Still, to this day, we remain estranged. Former State Senator Albert L. Robinson, age 85, died on December 2nd. Robinson was born on December 19, 1938, at Silver Mine Camp in Clay County. He grew up in the East Bernstadt area of Laurel County. Robinson's service to the Commonwealth spanned more than 50 years. He was a member of the Kentucky House of Representatives from 1972 to 1985 and 1987 to 1989, and a member of the Kentucky Senate, representing District 21, from 1994 to 2005 and 2013 to 2021. No matter if he was helping build a sausage company, a real estate company, or developing land, Albert was successful, according to his obituary. He was a natural leader and entrepreneur that did big things without seeking glory for himself. He was married to his wife Lucille for 62 years, and they had 3 children, 6 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. Robinson was a faithful follower of Jesus Christ. His obituary says his earthly paradise was his beloved farm, which he spent his lifetime improving. Joe Flaherty, original SCTV cast member, dies at 82. He drew laughs as Guy Cavallero, Count Floyd, Big Jim McBob, and others on the famed sketch comedy show after Second City stints in Chicago and Toronto. Joe Flaherty, the 2-time Emmy-winning writer and Second City alumnus who sparkled as Guy Cavallero, Count Floyd, Big Jim McBob, and Sammy Maudlin as an original cast member on a landmark Canadian sketch comedy series, SCTV, has died. He was 82. His daughter, Gudrun Flaherty, told the Canadian press he died Monday after a brief illness. Dad was an extraordinary man, known for his boundless heart and an unwavering passion for movies from the 40s and 50s, she said in a statement. His insights into the golden age of cinema didn't just shape his professional life. They were also a source of endless fascination for me. In these last few months, as he faced his health challenges, we had the precious opportunity to watch many of those classic movies together, moments I will forever hold dear. A native of Pittsburgh, Flaherty also was known for his stint as A1 sporting goods owner Harold Weir, the father of Linda Cardellini, and John Francis Daly's characters. On the 1999 to 2000 NBC series Freaks and Geeks, and for his turn as a Western Union man in Back to the Future Part I, 1989. Survivors include his younger brother, Paul Flaherty, who wrote for SCTV and other shows like Muppets Tonight, and his children, Gabriel and Gudrun. He was married to Judith Flaherty for 20 years until their 1996 divorce. Carla Belinda, actress in Sealed Cargo and Mickey Rooney's Hey Mulligan, dies at 98. A former contract player at Columbia and RKO Pictures, she also played Timmy's teacher on Lassie when billed as Sally Bliss. Carla Belinda, who starred alongside Donna Andrews and Claude Rains in the RKO Pictures thriller Sealed Cargo and portrayed Mickey Rooney's girlfriend on the NBC sitcom Hey Mulligan, has died. She was 98. Belinda, billed at times as Sally Bliss, her birth name, died April 9 of natural causes at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Woodland Hills, her grandson Jim Martin told The Hollywood Reporter. She also played a nurse on the 1955-56 syndicated series, The Adventures of Dr. Fu Manchu, starring Glenn Gordon, and recurred as Miss Hazlitt. Timmy's John Prevost, teacher, on CBS Lassie from 1958 to 63. In Sealed Cargo, 1951, Belinda portrayed a woman who was aboard a fishing trawler bound for Newfoundland when she and the skipper, Andrews, wind up tangling in the North Atlantic with Nazis led by Rain's character. She often said it was her favorite role. The daughter of a high school science teacher, Bliss was born in Carthage, New York, on November 22, 1925. She attended Baldwin High School on Long Island and acting school in Rhode Island, and did summer stock. She was married to high school sweetheart John Martin from 1944 until their 1959 divorce, and to William Rudder, a publisher of law study guides, from 1965 until his 2012 death. Survivors include her children, Paul, Joanna, and Charles, 14 grandchildren, and 12 great-grandchildren. Tributes paid as shooter Tony Jones passes away at 53. Tributes have been paid to shooter Tony Jones, who has passed away at the age of 53. Jones was perhaps best known for his appearance in the 1999 documentary Beyond the Mat, in which he featured with tag partner and trainer Mike Modest. Jones lost his daughter, Selena, to cancer when she was just 14 in 2000. He leaves behind a son, Tony Jr. Hailing from San Francisco, California, Jones spent his younger years at Archbishop Riordan High School, where he excelled in wrestling and football. He continued his amateur wrestling career at San Francisco State University, graduating with a degree in broadcasting in 1995. The Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer, who knew Jones and met him regularly at wrestling shows in the Bay Area of California, reported on Sunday. The actor and his wife have consistently been pillars of strength for one another during life's toughest moments. Together, they've openly addressed their challenges, including the actor's recent and deeply personal revelation about his health. James Van Der Beek praises his wife, Kimberly Van Der Beek, for her unwavering support, while fans admire her beauty. Married for over a decade, they share 6 children and have endured several pregnancy losses together. James' recent announcement revealed the resilience he and Kimberly embody as they navigate life's challenges. In November 2024, the actor revealed on Instagram that he had been diagnosed with a life-threatening disease. It is cancer. He began explaining his desire to share his story to raise awareness. Originally planning to speak through People magazine, James felt pressured to address the diagnosis sooner after learning a tabloid intended to release the news. "I've been dealing with this privately until now, getting treatment and dialing in my overall health with greater focus than ever before. I'm in a good place and feeling strong," he assured his followers. James described the journey as quite the initiation and expressed gratitude for the outpouring of support. "We roll with it, taking each surprise as a signpost, pointing us toward a greater destiny," he shared, vowing to tell more of his story when the time is right. The Hollywood star later shared more details about his diagnosis in an interview, revealing, "I have colorectal cancer." Despite the gravity of the news, he remained hopeful, stating, "There's reason for optimism, and I'm feeling good." According to the American Cancer Society, colorectal cancer begins in the colon or rectum, key parts of the large intestine in the digestive system. Recently, James took to Instagram to express heartfelt gratitude to Kimberly for her firm support during his cancer journey. "I'm more grateful than ever to my superhuman wife, who has shown up on levels I never knew possible," he wrote, calling her a shining example of unconditional love and its transformative power. James Van Der Beek and Kimberly's journey shows the power of love, growth, and the strength of family. Together, they continue to inspire others by sharing their lives with honesty, openness, and an unwavering commitment to one another.